Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Thoroughbreds. Another indie, dark, horror element type film starring Anya Taylor-Joy, the new Scream Queen of Hollywood. But that's not to say it is without good reason, because Anya Taylor-Joy has been fantastic in pretty much all of the scary, thriller, horror, dark films that I've seen her in up to this point. And spoiler alert, she's very good in this one too. And in general, this film is very good. I really did enjoy Thoroughbreds. So let's go ahead and talk about those positives first. Well, I just talked about Anya Taylor-Joy, but the acting across the board, fantastic. Everybody in this film brings these weird, crazy characters to life brilliantly. Olivia Cooke is so good in this film. I thought she was spectacular, as was Anya Taylor-Joy. So them two playing off of each other was so good. And then we had Anton Yelchin, which was sad to see, knowing this is his last film to be released. But he also was very good. He had a little bit smaller of a role than I anticipated him to have, but he was very good in the time he was there. But this film is just smart, and that's what I loved the most. The dialogue was fantastic and delivered extremely well. But what it does so well is subvert all expectations. At every turn, at every new turn of the page, this film is subverting what you think is going to happen. And I thought that was wonderful. Right down to our two main characters and the people they kind of turn out to be, I think is also a subversion of expectation. To begin with, certainly, but even as we go throughout the film. But you never really know what to expect as we're going through. These characters have you so off-kilter right from the start that you're already a little bit like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. But as you go through the film, you're like, well, maybe I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I'm here to enjoy the ride anyway. It's also shot beautifully. I think the cinematography of this film is gorgeous. The directing of this film in general is also very good. The way that the scenes are staged and set up is absolutely stunning. And then we have that soundtrack, the score, fantastic. This is not just a generic teen kind of thriller score. It really adds some cool vibes to what it is we're watching. As for negatives when it comes to Thoroughbreds, my big negative is that it has that indie flair and indie feel to it, to the point where our characters just kind of like sit around and watch old Shirley Temple films like every other cool indie teenager film. And a lot of that happens throughout. Everything about the film does feel a bit indie. So if that's not your jam, I don't think you're actually going to like Thoroughbreds all that much. But just some of the character choices and the things that these supposedly young people do feels very much in vein with all the other indie flicks. And then we get back to the title of Thoroughbreds, and I think it's a very strange title for the film. I do understand kind of the correlation with the main characters, as well as, obviously, one of the catalyst events for one of our characters. But I thought the whole horse thing was just all a little bit like, okay. Alrighty then. And I will say, it's very intentional, but you are kind of pushed away from our characters a bit, because obviously they have some sort of mental things going on with them, and they're trying to figure themselves out as they figure this situation out, and as we try to figure out what's going on. We do have a little bit of a disconnect, and it may be hard for people to really get invested in the characters themselves for about the first half of the film, because it takes a while to get into that. But overall, I think this is a sleek, highly intelligent, very unexpected film. It is a lot like what you see in those trailers. If that vibe appeals to you, if that vibe kind of speaks to you, I think you're going to enjoy Thoroughbreds quite a bit. And if you like teen thriller type films, or thrillers in general, I say give Thoroughbreds a chance. It is very well done, very well executed, and it's going to throw some surprises and some curveballs in there that you're going to enjoy quite a bit. And the development of our two main characters is done so well that if you enjoy character-driven films, I also think you're going to enjoy this. It may take you a minute to get into it, but once you start really unraveling the layers of these characters and getting into their psyche, you're going to like it a whole lot. So I say give Thoroughbreds a chance and give it a full price ticket. It is a really high quality little film. So that is my review of Thoroughbreds. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Thoroughbreds? Have you even heard of it? Or have you already seen it? Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below or hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!